As we first reported a week ago, Tyson announcing it's shuttering 4 poultry processing plants later this year and on into 2024. The reason? Tyson says its need to move to more efficient plants. Also last week, news that Smithfield Foods' decision to close 35 hog farms in northern Missouri will result in the loss of 92 jobs. And as Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan reports, this could be the sign of something the livestock industry hasn't seen since 1998, consolidation.
From Tyson Foods shutting down 4 poultry processing plants to Smithfield Foods closing hog farms in northern Missouri. One livestock economist says cuts to pork and poultry are driven by economics today. And whether it's poultry or pork, economists say the decisions are driven purely by economics.
If you look at recent USDA data, it would suggest margins to broiler production have fallen 60% from July of 22 to July of 23.
Iowa State University's data shows crumbling margins are also happening on the pork side.
My data through June shows pork prices are down 5% compared to June of last year. But when we adjust for inflation, that shows it's even worse. So prices are down 8% compared to the same time last year.
And even on a national level, the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows retail pork and poultry prices are also lower than last year.
We've had at least a 10% pullback in most of those categories, and particularly the chicken and the pork complex. Why is that? It's certainly not because cost of production have changed a lot. They're still elevated, but consumer buying power has been squeezed.
So what makes this more challenging than even during COVID? Scholes says it's actually tied back to the pandemic.
You can think about this as just a really long tail onto that, because you got to think about all the outside forces that are impacting pork producers.
Iowa State's model for profitability shows farrow to finish operators in Iowa are bleeding red.
We always talked about 1998 as the worst year ever, but 2023 collectively will be worse than in 1998.
Iowa State's data shows in 1998, which is the last time the industry saw mass consolidation, farrow to finish operators in Iowa were losing nearly $27 a head. This year, projections are those losses will hit nearly $30 a head.
And we're going to piggyback that with the year next year, at least what we're forecasting, is well below break-even levels.
And that's why economists warn that consolidation could continue and only accelerate in the coming months.
Potentially there, we could see increases in packer-owned hogs if that continues in consolidation. And really, it's just farms getting larger.